Chef Imani is serving up a Seder.
With the Blewish twist. Passover Seder essentially means a Passover meal.
And the Passover we're gonna be working on is a little different, right?
Yeah, we're doing vegan style today.
Awesome. Passover, called Pesach in Hebrew, marks the liberation of ancient Jews from Egyptian slavery. It's the most celebrated holiday for Jewish families. The Passover Seder is a ceremonial dinner held on the first night and sometimes the second night of Passover. The Seder plate, which contains 6 symbolic foods, is central to the ceremony.
Growing up, normally for Passover, we'd have brisket. As I'm turning more into this holistic and healthy lifestyle, I'm turning more to vegan plant-based food. So I was like, what can I do to supplement, that delicious brisket? We could do slow roasted jackfruit and all those other good things, but I was like, we could also do the stuffed acorn squash, and we're gonna fill it with a nice little herby base blend and stuff that squash right there.
I am super interested in your background.
Yeah, so I'm a Black Jew. I grew up with mostly my white side. I grew up a very independent kid. I grew up in a single parent household. I was the baby of 3, so having to cook was really no option. I needed to eat, so I learned to love it. So it's amazing that I can create my own Blewish meal and share it with everybody.
Blewish, I love that. How do you balance your Black roots and your Jewish roots?
Growing up was really just both feet in 2 different doors, trying to figure out how to stay in my lane. So it brought a lot of identity questions, truly just an identity journey. It's important that we go back to our roots and our ancestors and understand where we came from so we know where we're going. And a lot of that is being able to preserve our identity no matter who we are. This is kosher margarine. Just toss in all of this deliciousness.
I mean, I'm excited about this because it's gonna be so flavorful.
Yeah. So here we'll kind of get those sauteing for a little bit there. We'll add the rest of our ingredients with the kale and the mushrooms. As we know, that kale's gonna cook down very small, so.
Yep.
There we go, perfect. Here's our mixture, very colorful, very beautiful.
So we're gonna put this all in that acorn and then we're gonna bake it off.
Yep, exactly. And we're gonna add the protein.
Okay.
Yeah, quinoa is protein. Just in case you didn't know.
Sure, okay. So you mix it all up.
Yeah, just mix it all up. So really just want to grab it and stuff it. You're good to go.
Now with the acorn squash, is it pre-roasted?
I did pre-roast it, yeah.
So it just makes the process a little faster?
Yeah.
For me, I'm like a super overstuffer.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see that squash grow.
Yeah. There we go.
Is that Yia approved?
I mean, brisket in there.
Next time.
Yeah.
All right, that's amazing. We'll just throw that right in the oven, and next we'll do the matzo balls. This is the matzah, and this is the key significant food in everything to Passover. Yeah. So without this, we don't have Passover.
Matzah is an unleavened flatbread. It's made from just flour and water and is baked before it has a chance to rise. Matzah is an integral part of the Passover Seder. 3 pieces of matzah are placed in the center of the table and are used at different times during the ceremony.
So during Passover, we aren't allowed to have breads, so it's like a week full of matzah, pretty much. And then this is my most favorite form of matzah, is the matzah ball. It's very similar to a dumpling. Like, it is mushy goodness.
Yeah.
You don't want a matzah ball too hard, and where dumplings are, you can kind of chew on it, where this will just kind of slowly disintegrate in your mouth.
Or what's so cool is like it absorbs all that flavor in that broth.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And that's why it's very important to flavor your broth really well.
Yes.
Then you can get it crushed, right?
Yep.
So yeah.
So a food processor will literally just do this really quick and easy. We'll crack 4 eggs. Okay. You can just whisk them up, and then we'll slowly add it to our mix here. We're also gonna add 4 tablespoons of oil. This is more of an Ashkenazi version of Passover food. It's a term that originated once a lot of the Jews fled Poland and Germany and all those little areas. My side of the family are actually Polish Jews, and they were Zimmerowskis when they were in Poland, and then they were able to escape here to America, and they became Zimmerman. The secret ingredient to making them so big and fluffy. Some people say club soda. That might work for another bubby, but for my bubby, it was baking powder.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we'll toss a little baking powder in that mix.
So we got a little baking powder in there.
And then we're gonna go, you're slowly gonna add that to this. And
I'm just gonna adding this,
Yep, I'm just gonna work it with my fingers. We don't wanna over manipulate it.
Okay.
So Just kind of work it.
Keep going?
Yep. We're gonna use all those eggs. Eggs do have to go in matzo ball soup. That's like the original way. Applesauce or garbanzo bean juice would be a replacement for the egg.
If you want to go like full vegan.
Full-blown vegan. So here we've got this stick bind, and we will let it sit, and then it will get hard.
Yep.
So it'll be a lot easier to form that ball.
30 minutes later.
Okay, it was kind of like goopy a little bit.
Yeah.
But now it's like come together. You know, so it's more of like a Play-Doh texture. You know?
And we're able to now really ball it up a lot easier. So we'll come over here. We've got our broth ready. We'll let it sit for 20 minutes while it cooks, and we'll be good. Boom.
Everything looks so delicious. Walk me through what we have here.
We have got matzo ball soup. We've got our stuffed acorn squash here. We have the haroset. We have the Seder plate over here, and then we've got the zimmies over here. All right, let's dig in.
Yeah, I know. I've been eyeballing this matzo ball soup. Man, you're so right. Like the moment I put my spoon in there, it's like a cloud.
Yeah.
This soft cloud.
This like fluffy goodness. So simple, right? Like you said, but just like hits the spot every time.
What I love about that is like right away you're thinking, oh, it's like a dense dough ball, but it's not. It's like a fluffy cloud of flavor. With this quinoa, you can really smell that rosemary and garlic. That mushroom comes out and it's so meaty. That's just incredible stuffing there. Talk me through a little bit about the Seder plate.
This is a modified vegan Seder plate. Every single piece on this Seder plate can symbolize every single chapter that we were able to overcome. It's really important that we're able to look at this and notice that not just in Judaism, as well as a lot of different cultures, we have foods that represent the adversity we face and the triumphs we were able to overcome.
I've never seen a Seder plate before. So to be able to put it on a plate and have different symbol represent different things and then being able to use that to tell stories is so incredible.
Let this be our common ground and let food change the world. I still get kicked out of my mom's kitchen for Hanukkah. She was kicking me out.
I get kicked out of my mom's kitchen all the time. Yeah, she's like, what are you doing? Get out of here, child.
I was like, you know, just making sure you ain't gonna burn yourself, mama.
Yeah. And then that's the part where you look at him, you're like, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Like, I do this for a living, you know?